We do have Bayat al-Ghadir who came on the platform now, so I guess the question is now straightforward to them. Are you willing to have a debate or discussion on Imamah?
Okay, before you give them the permission to talk, I need to say something. Don't give them just the permission to talk, right?
No, there's no insulting here. No insulting. We will make sure.
No, it's not about insulting. Listen, my time is precious for me. It's a simple thing. Are they ready to debate Imama? Yes or no? We go and debate Imam and make a deal. Anything else, if they make any allegations, terrorist supporter, sympathize, all of that, just, ila Jahannam. No, don't have time for this.
No, we don't entertain
It's
these
very
debates.
simple.
This will be strictly professional. So if you don't have a comment, I mean, we can be civil. If you don't want to be civil,
they either are brave enough and want us, they say yes, we debate Imam, khalas. Anything else is waffling and wasting people's time.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum. What's going on, brother?
Okay, before I respond to Hassan, I need someone who can moderate in between our discussion. So could you?
No, there's no discussion. There's no discussion. There's no
Hassan Dagiga, one second. Wait, hold on. We moderate when we have a debate, right? So 1 second. This is a talk that Hassan is giving, and we open the platform. So
allow me to finish speaking.
Yeah, I will. If you give me a second to, you made a demand, and I just want to remind you before you waste your breath that this is not. I mean, this is not a discussion. We're having a debate right now. This is not what this is about.
Sure. So this is not a discussion, but I require somebody to moderate, and then inshallah ta'ala, brother Hassan can respond to my points.
There's 4 moderators on the platform, Akhi. Go for it.
Can I do it for the Shia side? I don't need a moderator role, just that I can
I think we've got it handled, inshallah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be too convoluted. So we'll give you your time to speak, inshallah. Hassan will be on mute until you're done, and then we'll have him respond to you. So go ahead.
Is 2 minutes enough? So I can time him for 2 minutes.
Yeah, how long do you require?
Sure. Well, there's a few issues here. Firstly, I know I've previously mentioned this before. I've explained my position on this issue as to why I do not want to engage with Hassan. And unfortunately, he's let himself down badly because there's multiple opportunities where he could have potentially debated with other Shia brothers. But he's
not true. He's lying. He's lying. I don't have time for lying, Akhi. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this.
This is exactly why I requested moderation, because
but you're
lying.
Wait, if you want
but you're lying. All your friends are running away. All your friends make excuses.
I will debate you right now. I will debate you right now on the Dalta Sahaba. Right now. Come. From Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim. I will show you from your hadith collections that the majority of Sahaba were.
Just relax, man. Just relax.
See, this is what we're speaking of. Wait, 1 second, guys. Hold on. We have to have some moderation. Listen, guys, listen. I did want him to come up. One second.
Please mute your mic. We're going to keep it civil.
Bring him back.
Yeah, one second, guys.
Please keep it civil.
Giga Habib, 1 second. Listen, here's the thing. We'll have one person do this.
I don't want. I'll cut the chase. I'll debate this individual right now.
Wait, okay.
Imama, right now, Imama.
Wait, 1 second, guys. Listen. This is the problem that we've been having. All the problem. So, listen. The issue is that the question was about.
Just quick, I'm going to bring him back up. Just Bayat.
I know.
Just 1 second. Please do not open your mic. We'll have a discussion. Please keep it civil. You don't need to scream into the mic. Just come up, keep the mic muted, and then we'll have a discussion. Do continue, Muslim.
Okay, wait.
Bayat,
I just want.
Brothers, can I say one thing?
Okay, moderator, listen, you can say as much as you want. A time discussion right now.
We don't need
We're discussing concept of Tawheed.
Okay.
Listen, can I say one thing, please?
Yeah, I will. Hold on, Hassan. I need to get the room in control. Wallahi, he's going crazy. 1 second, guys. Please, don't. Let's not do this. Listen. I'm trying to bring the brother up, but he obviously, you guys can tell in the room, he cannot control his tongue in this moment. He's enraging right now.
Why is he raging? What's wrong with him? Is he okay?
Yes. Okay, yeah, Hassan, but what I want to do is I want to give one more opportunity. I know, Hassan, you don't have time to wait. I just want to give him 2 minutes to let him speak his mind. Hassan, if you don't mind, just give him...
No, why does he need 2 minutes to answer if he's ready to debate? There's
no
only
problem. Maybe he talks slow, maybe he doesn't, I don't know. But we'll think 2 minutes and then in silence, and you'll have your time to respond, no problem. But that way we can know the reason why he's refusing to debate. He can make all these allegations and all of this irrelevant to us.
But you shouldn't give him time to repeat allegations, you know?
No, but you're here to respond, right? And then we're not going to have him interrupt. We're going to give him that way, because this is what's happening back and forth, Hassan. They say that you can't speak and they can't speak, right? So we're going to do this very clearly. Now, Bayt al-Ghadir, whatever your name is, I don't know which one of the personalities you are, but when I come to the microphone, you're going to have 2 minutes when I bring you back up. And if you want to spend 2 minutes screaming and shouting, that's up to you. But you have 2 minutes to address why you won't debate Hassan on Imamah, okay? And I know you brought up other subjects.
Can I add one rule? He can't be insulting the Sahaba. He can't be saying anything.
Of course.
If he does, I'm dropping him. I'm sorry, I'm dropping him.
Of course.
He was about to say something when I dropped him, and I don't like it.
So if you insult the Sahaba or our mother, the mother of the believers...
Please let him in now, please.
Yeah, so now we're going to bring you back on. We have rules here. So now the question is very simple. Are you willing and are you prepared to have a debate on Imamah, which is the fundamental of your creed? Here we go.
I'll send them an invitation.
2 minutes timing now.
So are you gonna allow me to speak? Because you keep putting me down every time I speak.
As long as you don't overspeak, and now you have your time, so go ahead. 2 minutes.
And listen, if I'm loud, it's because I've got you on loudspeaker. I'm actually driving my car. So if I'm loud, that's the only reason why I'm coming across loud, right? So you raised several points here, right? One of them being that, you're going to put me down for disrespecting the Sahaba. So how about me and Hassan right now have a little discussion on who disrespects the Sahaba?
Okay, listen.
If he's worthy enough, then inshallah we can have a discussion on Imamah.
Okay, brother, listen, you have 2 minutes. You don't ask a question because you have 2 minutes uninterrupted. So you want to make 2 minutes as to why you don't want to debate Imamah, you can take your 2 minutes, okay? Make it, but the timing's going to start now. So go ahead, Anas, if you want to start the timer now, you have 2 minutes to tell the audience, because the brother, by the way, from a Shia came and said, why don't you debate them on this issue? And so now we'll present it with the problem, the dilemma. Why doesn't Bayt al-Ghadir want to debate Imamah? And so here, 2 minutes for you.
I'm starting it now. 2 minutes time.
Okay, sure. So there's several points here. Firstly, though Imamah is one of our fundamentals, we differ on the concept of Tawheed. We reject your concept of Tawheed Isma wal Sifat when it comes to name and attributes of Allah. If we cannot even agree on the concept of Tawheed, do you really think we'll agree on the concept of Nubuwwah and Imamah? Let's start at the fundamentals. Let's start on Tawheed. If the brother is willing to accept the debate on Tawheed, no problem. Inshallah, we'll discuss Imamah. Time discussion. Half an hour each. We will draw out the conditions. If he's willing to accept that, that's fine. Otherwise, he must accept that the Shia concept of Tawheed is correct, and he has no problem with it. The actual problem he has is with our concept of Imamah. If he accepts that, then no problem. Then we can move on to the next stage.
You still have 1 minute.
No, I made my point.
Okay. So now go on mute, and now Hassan will respond now. So don't interrupt, please.
All right. First of all, look at this absolute jahil. He doesn't even know that it's asma wa sifat, and he's something a baby. Someone from a madrasa can say. He can't even say asma wa sifat. He says isma wa sifat. And look with what jahil.
That's fine. You can correct my Arabic afterwards.
Don't interrupt.
No. No, because that's a disaster. People need to know with what, we have to lower ourselves, because their learned speakers are scared to debate. As you could see, he's scared to debate Imamah, and he lied, and I bring a proof that he lied. He said that Imamah is one of their pillars, and everybody's witness in the room. He said it's one of our main pillars. This is a lie. Why? Because in Al-Kafi, they've attributed to the Imams, the Rafidah, that بني الإسلام على 5 أشياء. Islam is built upon 5 things. على الصلاة والزكاة والحج والصوم والولاية. قال زرارة and then زرارة said فقلت وأي شيء من ذلك أفضل? So which one of these is the most important and best of all? فقال الولاية أفضل. It's in Al-Kafi, and in another rendition in Al-Kafi, they've attributed again to one of the Imams that Allah has called to nothing and stressed nothing more than wilaya. So the pillar of all pillars, your tawheed, your nubuwwah, everything is worthless without imama. That's why it's important to debate imama. But because he's scared to debate, I make one last offer. Brothers and sisters, be witness, and I want I don't want this jahil who can't even say asma wa sifat to waste my time. He's scared to debate the imama, right? I make one last offer. He said tawheed. Right now we debate if Ya Ali Madat beseeching imams as the Rafidah do and they call it tawheed. We debate right now if that's tawheed or if that's paganism and shirk of the likes of the Catholic Church. Yes or no? No excuse. Okay. No more excuse.
So you want to debate istighatha basically with
I want to debate. I made it. No. I made it. Yes, I made it clear. Is beseeching the imams in our dua, calling upon them directly. Is this the religion of Allah? Is this the Quran, Al-Bayt? Or is this the religion of Abu Lahab in the Catholic Church?
Okay.
That's the only other offer. If he says now no to this as well, and he wants to talk, he says, oh, I want to talk about tajseem and stuff like that, then he's an absolute waffler and time waster. By the way, this Zindiq, may Allah give him what he deserves. He has put my entire family into danger by making false claims. And the idiot and his, of course, because his aql is small, I waited, had a lot of sabr, and he thinks I flagged his videos and copyright. He lies a lot because you can't remove videos just like that. I flagged them based on false allegations, slander, and I got everything removed. So now it's the last chance. You see, I said first only imama. Now he said tawheed. I said tayyib tawheed. Prove that you are Muslim. I say you are mushrik. I say you, non-Syed Ali, you are a mushrik imam worshipper because you pray to imams. Prove to me that praying to imams, invoking them is Islam. Ready or not?
Okay, Hassan, now I'm going to bring him up. So if you could please go on mute because we want to debate on this topic. I'm going to bring up Bait al-Ghadir. You're going to have 2 minutes. Unless when he comes on stage, please begin the timer. Just remember.
As soon as he comes on, I'm starting it.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm putting him in the gulag is because he seems to be unable to keep his mic on mute when he gets, into the heated or whatever. I don't know what it is. But nonetheless, I'm going to bring you up now, and you'll have 2 minutes, and then we're going to have to put you back in the gulag because it seems to me you can't keep the mic off. But anyways, go ahead. I'm going to bring you now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
But this mentally unstable terrorist sympathizer who thinks by using words like mushrik actually means something. This is coming from someone who's a mujassim. You can correct my Arabic as much as you want, my friend. But the fact of the matter is, this doesn't save you from the fact that you believe in a young beardless God who runs around in the Garden of Eden, who comes down every night and decides to reveal his legs to the people. You're the same person who thinks it's fine to worship the foot of Allah over hellfire. My friend, let's discuss Tawheed. Let's have a debate on Tawheed, and then inshallah after this, we'll discuss Imamah, no problem.
No, so first, the question was, and one second,
okay, you shouldn't allow him. Akhi,
wait, one second.
You should not allow him to repeat the slander. Akhi.
Yeah. I'm going to
allow him. Akhi,
I know you're scared. It's fine, my friend.
No. Listen.
I know.
1 second. Hold on. Wait, are you prepared to answer to debate on whether asking Ali Madad?
I have to say something before I leave, Akhi. I have to say something because I'm going to leave now.
No. We're going to keep him down. You're going to stay.
Please don't interrupt me. We're going to keep him down. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Everybody is witness here. I'm ready right now to debate Imama. He's scared. You brothers allowed him to repeat allegations. He called this, he's a horse worshipper. He's a Malang Shia. Pakistani Malang Shias literally invoke horses. We know for a fact that this filthy mushrik believes that Pakistan was created by a horse. We know this.
Hassan.
We know. Please let me just finish and then you can talk. We know that he believes that Pakistan was created by a horse and that you can invoke Zuljana. This mushrik firewalker, okay, although I made him the offer to debate Imama, he said no. Then I said now Tawheed. He should prove to us that he is not a mushrik and that Ya Ali Madad, Ya Ali give me rizq, Ya Ali give me children. Beseeching Imam. You know his friend Raza, who embarrassed him and left his sect and exposed it for the shirk it is. You know, he even understands now that it's shirk. Now I made this offer. Brothers, you can't give him every time 2 minutes to rant and repeat allegations and slander me. Listen, I am here, I'm not running away. There is no 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I don't need now to talk 2 minutes. Very simple. I'm ready to debate Imama.
Yeah, he's done, Hassan. We're not going to bring him up anymore. He's done.
No. He can come. No, bring him up. Bring him up.
No. He had a chance.
No. Bring him one more time up. He has 30 seconds without slander. Yes, we debate Imama or we debate Tawheed. If Ya Ali Madad is Tawheed or Shirk. Yes or no?
Okay, I'm going to bring him up.
30 seconds, khalas.
Just before you bring him up, Mort, keep him down for a second. طيب, or just mute your mic, but Mumtaz, Hassan, and all of the audience. People need to understand a couple of points over here. The first thing is, Brother Hassan has dedicated his life to defending the purity of Islam. Him and his family, their life was placed under danger. They've been attacked on several occasions. They've been targeted, not just online. I'm talking about physical attacks on the security of his life and his family. So when these individuals are coming and they're always spewing their hate, and this is even me with the experiences that I've had with them in the past in their rooms. In one of their rooms, I told them, come, let's speak. I invited them to some debates, and they said, we will only come if you allow us to curse the Sahaba and the wives of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was their condition. I want to speak to them about Tawheed and about the purity of religion, and this was their condition. And then this is our room. They are guests inside our room. I have to speak about some etiquettes over here. When my brother Hassan, he speaks from his heart, he is speaking from not just from experience, he's speaking also from general harm that these individuals have actually caused him because they've been targeting him from how powerful his message is. So when it comes to our room, when someone is a guest inside your room, there is etiquette for being a guest and there's etiquette for being a host. When we open up the platform to discuss, we're having these academic debates. Just like we say to the people of the book, يا أهل الكتاب تعالوا إلى كلمة سواء بيننا وبينكم. Let's look at the sources and let's look at the evidence. We attack the arguments, forget the individuals. If these rules cannot be adhered to, then there is no point to having these discussions. We will just go back to the very basic conversations, asking a question about the Quran and the Sunnah and Adillah and some shubuhat, and we just keep it nice and cute. And then if we want to have something bigger, we can do that later on. But if an individual is going to come and start to insult our guest and start to insult us and our beliefs, this is not the room for such a place. Brother Hassan, he made it very, very clear. You want to debate with me, Imama? I came over here because the brothers, they invited me. I invited Hassan. When he came on, we said we're going to speak about the differences. We're going to speak about some shubuhat. Jazakallah khair, you give us your time. I know how busy his time is. And then right now, this is transferring into some sort of drama, which is not necessary. Hassan was very, very clear at the beginning. He said, look, you want to debate with me? I'll debate with you, Imama. Because the rest is all just waffle. And then from Bayt al-Ghadir, he said, La, let's debate something more important, which is Tawheed. Hassan said, no problem. I will debate with you Tawheed. Let's speak about seeking madad from Ali. Is this shirk or is this not? And it's black and white. So now Hassan is saying, come up. Let's have this conversation. And this is a straight up question. Do you want to debate if seeking madad from Ali radiyallahu anhu is shirk or not? Yes or no? Because you wanted to debate Tawheed. so that this doesn't go and starts to become something that this room was not intended for. Is going to be a black and white. Do you want to debate it, and do you want to maintain discussions, the etiquette of discussion is going to be yes or no. And I'm going to be very, very harsh when it comes to this from both sides, because we need to have insaf.
Okay, so now should we bring him up? Are you ready to bring him up now then?
Yes. I've sent him the invite.
Okay.
Can I speak now without you guys interrupting, holding his hands?
Yes, and without you being rude. Go ahead.
But that's ironic, because for the last 2 minutes, all I've heard is just complete insults from his side.
You have 30 seconds.
Labeling me as I have 30 seconds. All right, so I rest my case. I think I've said enough.
Do you want to debate seeking istighatha from Ali radiallahu anhu or not?
You can't deal with me speaking for more than 2 minutes.
Yes or no?
You can't. You can't. Allow me to speak for 2 minutes, and let's see if you can keep me up here for more.
Your 2 minutes are going to be full of hate and time wasting. We told you very, very clearly. You want to debate Tawheed? We will debate Tawheed and Istighatha. Do you want to debate?
Firstly, my friend, as for Istighatha, there's ikhtilaf in this issue from even your side. You have academics like the ones who used to promote yourselves, like Yasser Qazi.
Dude, are you going to debate Istighath? Are you going to debate this or not? You give me academic. I don't care about your references, bro. Are you going to debate yes or no?
Are you going to keep interrupting me? Like,
are you going to answer yes or no? Otherwise, you're wait. Listen, you're becoming a typical Rafidi. Are you going to? Okay, here we go. This is the reason why debate can't happen. Right? This is the reason why I moved him down, because he's wasting our time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened. When after the direct question,
can we try one thing? Sorry, can we try one thing? Can you bring him on and I just talk to him for 2 minutes? Just fine. Without. Can you just bring him for 1 second?
Before you do that, Muslim, question for you: is this the most qualified person that they have on their end? Because if it is, it may be worthwhile to continue. If there's someone else who's more qualified.
No,
brother Muslim, I have. let's try one thing. Maybe it works. Bring him in and just let me and him talk. Very calmly. Just bring him in for a second. Bring him in.
Okay.
Bring him in for a second.
This is what you want?
Okay.
We'll do this,
but everybody, please, nobody talk except me and him. Bring him in for a second.
Yeah, we'll move some people down 1 second. Let me just try, guys.
No, just bring him in. Bring him right now in.
1 second, I will. I'm just going to move some people off the stage, inshallah, just so we can make this. So it's not, I apologize to the brothers, but just so we can keep this.
Okay, no problem. Maybe it works. I have an idea. Maybe something will work. If that doesn't work, then khalas. We did. Okay. Maybe it works. Let's a deep breath. Bismillah. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. I ask everybody to send blessings upon Muhammad and the Al of Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Let me try something. I want to try something, genuinely see that maybe it will, remove some obstacles. Bayt al-Ghadir Ali, Imami. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Someone, please? Okay. Okay, Ali. It's good. Maybe we don't even need this, Ali. You talking 1 minute too. Maybe me and you. I'm sure I have. I still remember a good experience with you as well. I need to be fair. I remember you were very fair and calm. And if you remember when you were sort of the moderator between the pre-debate, do you remember, right? Between me and Allah Yari, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I do know, Ali, that I can definitely, whether physically in a room or in a room like here, without needing to every time, I speak 1 minute or you speak 2 minutes. Okay, Ali, look, there is a lot of bad, whatever it's called, between me and you, you know that. Let's put everything personal aside, Ali. You see, Ali, you said something which is right, by the way. You just said that istighatha is ikhtilaf between ulama. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, Ali. It matters what you believe and I believe, Ali. For example, Ali, if you ask me, Hassan, do you believe istighatha, like literally invoking imams, is shirk? I say yes. If you say, Hassan, do you believe that...
Okay. Can I just stop you there?
Yeah,
Are you a jurist to issue that fatwa?
No, but I don't need to be a jurist. You know why? Because matters of creed, you adopt matters of creed. Just like, can I finish?
Okay.
Just like you don't need to.
Okay, just on a point. On the matters of creed, can a fatwa be passed on someone without a jury system?
No, okay, let me answer this. A fatwa can't be passed by anybody who is not a mufti. But this is a false comparison that you have just committed. Why?
No, it is, because if you're labeling someone as a mushrik, right, and you're passing fatwas that people are essentially doing shirk, I'm asking you,
okay. You're talking regarding that. You're talking regarding that, right? Regarding your beliefs.
No, I'm just talking about generally. I'm saying to you, your own, as I said before, in this issue, your own scholars say there's ikhtilaf, right? I don't need to mention names. I'm sure you will.
Can I answer? As you know, Ali, it's saying your scholars, it's very broad. You know that I might reject who you might think is my scholar. I am a Muslim. I am a Salafi. I am a Wahhabi, as you would call it. Tayyib. However, I don't believe in taqleed. I don't believe in any infallible book, not even in the books of the Salaf. I have the books of the Salaf here. I believe that someone who prays to other than Allah, whether he calls himself Sunni, whether he calls himself Shi'i, whether he calls himself Ibadi, I believe you don't need any fatwa because that person has not understood Tawheed in the first place. Just like someone who believes that Allah has curly hair. For example, I disbelieve in that. For example, when you talked, you said, you see, Ali, one thing you have to be fair. I would never say something about you that you don't believe. I know for a fact you believe that one can invoke imams. So I say that you say this. But we know what's the difference, Ali. You say things about me that I don't believe. For example, Ali, it doesn't work like this. If you say, but it's in a Fulan book, well, I reject it. Simple as that. I don't believe Allah has curly hair and wears a satin green robe.
Sure. So are you willing to also be consistent and apply taqweed on those scholars who essentially authenticated these reports and believed in the same thing?
That's a good question, and I had it with Sufis as well. You try to be a very smart here, Ali. It's not bad. It's a good argument, actually.
I know these games. So, go on, I'm asking you, if you want to be consistent,
let me answer.
Are you willing to do taqweed on these people who authenticate these reports and believe in
it? Yeah. I will answer to you, Ali. First of all, authenticating a report. What is meant with authentic reports? There's scholars, for example, I hope you know that, and I think you do know that, there's scholars who authenticate chains. In Arabic, we say, for example, وَالسَّنَدُهُ صَحِيح. The sanad is sahih, but there are ilal, for example. This is a vast science. That means, for example, to the scholar, the chain looks authentic, but there is other, unfortunately, many Shia brothers and sisters, they don't know this. They think that Sunnis are sanad worshippers and we don't have ilm diraya. A scholar, Ali, might authenticate a narration that is completely, not the narration, the sanad, that it goes against the asl of the Islam, aslan. That is not a hujjah, Ali. Well, and the scholar could be excused because the scholar could still view the matn as problematic, even if the sanad is authentic. As for, let me make it now extremely clear. If you say to me, you bring me a scholar, I don't care. His name can be Abdul Wahid, Umar, Abu Bakr, and he says you can raise your hand and pray to Ali and Abu Bakr and Gilani. Yeah, wallah, he is a mushrik, just like I believe you are a mushrik. Yes, he is. Anybody who prays to other than Allah has not understood Islam, Ali. It doesn't matter what his name is. However, I believe, and I've studied this issue a lot, and I know all this.
Listen, can I just stop you there? Firstly,
yeah, sure.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and call you a mushrik because essentially you believe in God having limits. So, in my eyes,
in your eyes, yeah, but I deny that, Ali. Ali, can I ask you something? It's very sorry to interrupt you. Very sorry.
Okay. So, anyway, you didn't really answer my question about doing takfir. You kind of.
No, I did. I said no, I didn't move around. No, I did. I repeated. I make it.
Come on, you be honest with yourself. The reality is, look, essentially what you're trying to say to me is that your science of hadith itself, it's basically a joke because you can have sahih narrations.
No.
Okay. Well, all right, that's fine.
I've never said it. This is you are superimposing.
Okay. I want to move to the main point, and that is essentially you're accusing anyone of doing istighatha as doing shirk, correct?
No. You have to be. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In a discussion, in a debate. Ali, listen. You ask
him a question. Let him answer.
Ali, you ask a question. Ali, you have to have patience. Ali, you have to have patience when you ask questions. Okay? Ali, you have to understand, Islam is the deen of Allah and is a science in itself. Istighatha, for example, to say that everybody does istighatha is a mushrik, that statement is not correct. You know why? Do you know why? Do you know what istighatha means in Arabic, Ali? You know the root word for istighatha, Ali? Hello? Ali, I know you can hear me.
Teach him.
Ali from
What's the
Ali
root?
from
What's the root word first?
I couldn't unmute myself.
Ali, I'm not saying it in an arrogant way. Ali from Bayt al-Ghadir. I say making blanket statement as in istighatha, making istighatha is shirk, it's wrong. Only Jahil would make that statement. I never made that statement, Ali.
Sure. So what you're saying essentially is beseeching help from other than Allah is a shirk, correct?
No, I didn't say this. I say whoever invokes in ritual dua, not in the not because Ali, I have to ask this question. I'm very sorry because look, Ali, imagine you want to talk with someone about.
I forgive you, by the way. You don't need to apologize.
Ali, can I please finish a sentence? Ali from Bayt al-Ghadir. Imagine, I want to give just one example. Imagine you want to sit with someone to discuss algebra. Then you realize he doesn't understand the difference between plus and minus. So first you need to sit with him and explain to him what subtractions are and so on. So Ali, I'm asking you a very simple question. And you see yourself as a Muslim. Ali, do you know the difference between dua al-ibadah and dua al-adda? This is a basic of the basics of the basics of the topic of istighatha. Do you know the difference, Ali?
No, since you seem very educated on this, why didn't you?
No, Ali, I ask you a question. Ali, I'm not showing off my education. I'm asking you, my interlocutor.
Of course you're not.
So do you know the basic? Do you know the difference between dua al-adda and dua al-ibadah? Yes or no?
Yeah. So one is. I mean, if one is essentially tied to an act of worship, which is obligatory, correct?
Which one? Can you name the one that is for worship?
So it could be associated to salah, as an example. And the first one, salah is salah obligatory.
Yeah, so salah is a form of worship, but it has nothing to do with.
It's not the only type.
Yeah,
so
but
what's the first one?
No. Okay, it's no problem, Ali. You are ignorant of the basic. It's no problem, Ali. I don't know everything as well.
Why don't you educate us?
Okay, I will. No problem, Ali. That's why I'm here, Ali. That's why I was invited in the room. No worries. Then let me continue. My good friend Ali, dua al-ibadah and dua al-adda are two different things that are often conflated by grave worshippers and by mushriks who pray literally to other than Allah. Istighatha could be halal. I do daily istighatha to other than Allah, Ali, and it's purely perfectly fine. There is a specific type of istighatha, which is the istighatha of dua al-ibadah, where people raise their hands and they beseech spirits, they beseech souls, they beseech other than Allah in dua, in the essence of worship. And Ali, you know the Prophet ﷺ said in Tirmidhi in authentic reports, ad-du'a mukhul ibadah, which can be translated into English, dua is the essence of worship. So the very act of raising hands is dua in it of itself. And the Rafidah mushrikun,
so I think that's enough for your spewing. So coming back to the point, essentially, what you're saying here.
You don't let me finish, but it's all right.
I've actually let you speak for quite some time.
Okay, wait, hang on a second. As
you
the
ask questions, then I'm here to get.
Hassan, one second, Hassan. Bayt al-Ghadir. Hassan said, me and you are going to have a conversation. طيب, forget the time limits. So he was just landing his argument, and then you cut him off.
Okay,
so just let him finish off, and then you have your time.
So Ali, now that we are in it, now you're already There's no way for me to escape and for you to escape. Let's leave it aside, wilaya and tawheed. We're discussing this already. And me and you shouldn't care what others believe. It's important what I believe. And you know that I believe it's shirk to invoke other than Allah. So I ask you, let me ask you a question now.
So you said the same thing. So it comes back to my point. Essentially, you're saying it's shirk to invoke other than Allah, correct? And in particular, you mentioned spirits.
It's shirk to invoke other than Allah in worship, in dua. It's shirk to invoke them in dua.
No problem. Okay, and you said other than spirit.
No. What is meant with spirit is the souls, of course, because this is how it's described, that those who invoke the spirits and the souls from the grave.
Sure. So if the spirit is alive, it's fine, but if the spirit's dead, it's not allowed.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do. This is a misconception that many mushriks have because of the lack of knowledge. Shall I explain to you and teach you on this as well? I will, if you allow me. It has nothing to do with dead and alive. This is a big misconception. I will explain it. Are you ready?
No, but why did you mention spirits then?
Yeah, that was an example. I can tell. Okay, I can add because you interrupted me. If you remember.
Do you believe the prophet's dead? Do you believe the prophet's dead?
I believe that the prophet is alive in his grave, and I believe that all the shuhada are alive.
No problem.
However,
okay.
can I finish?
No
Sheikh, you need to let
that's
me
fine.
finish.
It's fine. You've accepted that the prophet is alive in his grave and all the shuhada.
Yes.
Right?
All the shuhada are alive.
So if I go to the grave, So if I go to the grave, does the prophet, is he able?
Yeah, hello? Continue.
Yeah, so can the prophet hear my needs? If I go to the grave of the holy prophet and I make dua.
Yeah, okay, but you should please, I explain it, but please don't interrupt, okay? If you go to the grave of the prophet or any grave, you see the falsafa, the philosophy of going to graves according to Islam is to make dua for the dead, including the shuhada, because the shuhada are of course dead in our realm, in our reality. They are alive with the Lord. So if you make dua for the prophet, please let me finish. Please let me finish.
I have to stop you there.
Please let me finish. No. Enough interruptions. Enough interruptions.
يا ابني الله يرضى عليك.
Enough interruptions. Let me just finish. Let me just finish.
You asked him a question.
Okay, and now I will answer, and then that is my question. If you go and make dua for the prophets, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and not just the prophet, even for any other people of the grave, if you make dua for them, they hear you. And if you make salawat, send salawat to the prophet, it's sent to them. But that doesn't equate to you beseeching them for help. There is no evidence for that because Allah has not designated the prophet or Ali bin Abi Talib's soul to float around and await our request calls. Now I answered that. Now I have a question for you, Ali.
No, Ali, you haven't answered me.
Now.
What you said was that what you said is that they were dead, right? And
no. I said that. No, I didn't say this. That's not true. No, I said.
What did you say then? Correct me.
I said, you have to listen carefully. I said the prophets and the shuhada are alive عند ربهم, as the verse says, with their Lord in a special sense. However, in our realm, in our dunya here, we bury them. The Prophet ﷺ is buried. We don't bury people who are alive, right,
great.
Ali?
Okay, great. So can you explain why Musa alayhi salam was praying in his grave according to Sayyid?
Yes, I can explain it to you very easily. Do you believe it's not how you understand it, but he's not under earth?
Please explain it.
Yeah, I explain it to you. You have to understand, Ali. You see, these are basics, and you are lacking very basic knowledge of Islam.
I know, so that's why I'm expecting a very simple answer.
No problem. No, you get your simple answer if you don't interrupt.
And also, while you are, can you also explain to me how the Holy Prophet...
One by one. Wait, one by one. Musa praying in his grave, or the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Musa alayhi salam, Ali, doesn't mean that there's an underground tunnel under there and they're literally standing up like this. This is from the ghaib. They do prayers there, but their graves itself is a garden. Now, if you dig under the graves of the shuhada of Badr or even Ali bin Abi Talib in Najaf, There is no actual garden under it, right? Because that's from the rape. It's from the barzakh, Ali. The shuhada and the prophets, they have a special life and they pray. Yes, they do. But that's from the unseen, from the rape. And matters of Islam are tawqifiyya. I hope you know what tawqifiyya is. And matters of worship are tawqifiyya. We stop where the Shara stopped. So the prophets praying, Musa praying in his grave, that's all fine and we accept it, but that's all from the rape. That has nothing to do with beseeching other than Allah and seeking help from the deceased, whether they are shuhada or prophets or whatever. Now it's really my turn, Ali. Now it's my turn to ask the question. Don't say now. Oh, it's my turn now, right?
You know what? give me a second. I'm on a call, so just bear with me, right? I'm coming.
Oh, Ali, man, you are really taking the mic. No, it's okay, no problem. Okay.
Just so that we don't waste time. Just to be very, very clear, the purpose of this room, and I'm very happy this conversation is going on, and I'm very happy that the etiquettes are being maintained. The purpose of this room was for us to have. It was meant to be very casual. It was meant for us to understand this topic more on a foundational level. Brother Hassan, Jazallah Khair, he gave us some of his time, and we said we will open the platform for the Sunnis and the Shias to come up and ask some questions, and for them to be and for them to receive their responses. They stand now to be into some sort of a very much more detailed debate that the majority of the laymen would not understand, and just for us to bring it back.
Exactly. So I've got an offer then for Ali, because Ali, can you hear us, Ali? Now, guys, sorry to interrupt you, Hassan. A good outcome of this, and that's why I hoped it will come to this outcome. Everybody has seen that although this Ali from Beit al-Ghadir made nasty slander allegations against me, but you saw that I'm perfectly capable.
I had a phone call. So
okay.
So essentially,
Ali, I wanted to tell you something, Ali. There's some updates. We need to discuss something very quickly, Ali. Okay, Ali. Isam, the moderator, he said something it's fair. We have to accept it, Ali. It's my first time here, and he wanted me to speak more general about Shiism and stuff like that. And that now it's becoming now a discussion between me and you, which is good in a way. You know why? Because now you have proven yourself, and I've proven yourself, that me and you, we are perfectly capable, in a civil way, calmly to discuss issues.
No, I disagree on that. Sorry, you've on countless occasions called me a mushrik.
Yeah, Ali.
So
Ali, can I, Ali, listen.
And to be honest,
Ali,
and to be honest with you, I've not finished my question. You see, because what you said.
No, Ali, I answered so many questions, and you haven't answered a single question of mine. Let me tell you one thing. One second.
What you said is that.
Ali, just 1 second, please.
I'm sorry,
Ali. 1 second.
As the moderators, Hassan, allow us.
Okay, Ali, please.
Allow us, Hassan, as moderators. يا حسن, احنا الآن we're being the moderators.
Okay, Ali, I wanted you. No, Ali, listen, Ali, listen. It was so good.
Let me finish my point.
No. I will give you time. I just want to correct one big mistake, please.
Okay, listen.
Ali, no. Let me. No. I need to correct.
You've had a monologue through the entire discussion.
Come on, Beth. No. I didn't have. I answered your questions. No. Don't be. Listen, you are being unfair.
Be fair. Be fair, Beth Ghadir. Please be fair. You asked him 3 questions and he answered all 3 of them. Give him a chance to explain. You cannot. Questions are longer than answers. Wait, listen. You don't think he did, but he's answering. I'm saying answers are longer than questions. So don't complain about time. You're asking questions. So please be fair. Okay? Let him complete, and then he has a chance. He should have an opportunity to ask you a question as well. Let's not make it one.
Look. We have a difference of opinion now, Ali. Wait a second. You can talk. Just a second. It's important. Listen. You just said you disagree that me and you can't have a civil and calm discussion, and your dalil is because I called you mushrik. Well, Ali, you have committed so many blunders today and exposed your jahl. Ali, don't you know that the
Mujass... So why do you want to discuss with the jahl?
I will tell you. I will answer that as well if you don't interrupt. Just 1 second. Ali, you said, everybody in the room listen. Our good friend Ali said he doesn't believe that we can have a civil discussion because I called him a mushrik. Well, that's my freedom. I believe you're a mushrik. But Ali, you called me a mujassim. Ali, don't you know that according to the scholars, including the Ithna Ashariya, a mujassim is someone who is a mushrik because he gives Allah body parts? Ali, calling someone mujassim in the Arabic language equates to calling someone a mushrik. I'm not offended, Ali, because I'm not offended.
If you address me as a mushrik, I will address you as a mujassim.
Yeah, but we are not in the playground. But I don't even mind, Ali. I don't mind if a Hindu or a horse worshipper, Zuljana worshipper or whatever, or anybody calls me mushrik. I don't mind because you know why, Ali? I'm not sensitive. I don't wear skirts, Ali. You know, I'm a man. I'm ready to debate these things. I want to put away these personal beef and don't call me this, Ali. If you say to the people,
in which case, listen, if you're worthy enough to respond to this point, which I'm about to make to you now, I can take you seriously.
Okay.
So when it comes to the prophets being alive in the grave, you try to essentially justify it by saying that it's something from the ghaib.
Of course, no, it is. Of course, it's from the grave. Otherwise, no. I'm not trying to justify anything. They can't be literally buried there, literally in their body. Otherwise, we have buried.
The narration says it very explicitly. Yeah. So anyway, coming back to the point.
Finish your question. What's your question?
Finish it.
How did Nabi Musa? How did Nabi Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam reduce the units of prayers when he?
Yeah. Continue.
Did he get a phone call?
How did he get Musa alayhi salam, a prophet who you believe is dead and we cannot benefit from him? How did he reduce our praise?
Okay, shall I answer? Okay, I answer.
Yeah, please do.
I will. This is a very easy shubha to debunk. It's used by many mushrikeen and grave worshippers. First of all, again, Musa is alive. Musa is alive. The prophets and the prophets and the shuhada are alive. I didn't say Musa is not alive. What I said is them being alive in a special sense, as in being prophets and awliya, shuhada, it doesn't mean that they float around their souls awaiting our request calls. As for your question, how did the prophet produce it? Simple. It's literally, because you said you tried to explain it like as if I was explaining away something. No, the Prophet ﷺ he was literally with his physical body alive. That would mean, Ali, please use your intellect, Ali. That would mean that we have buried literally.
So you're saying Miraj is not literal now?
Let me finish. No, I haven't said that. I haven't finished my. Can somebody please finish my? Just let me finish. I didn't say. I haven't even mentioned Mi'raj yet. I said the Prophet ﷺ, I will connect this to Mi'raj. The Prophet ﷺ being alive in his grave does not mean that literally his corpse is moving. No, his corpse is preserved. However, in this realm, in this dunya, we have something, another dunya. It's called akhirah we have. And in that akhirah, the shuhada and even the believers, their graves are not like the grave, the physical grave. They are like in gardens. It's from the ghaib. You don't know exactly what it is. That's not what I make up. That's a belief that even Shiites believe. So now coming to Mi'raj, no, I'm not a Zindiq. I'm not someone who believes that there was no actual Mi'raj. There was an actual Mi'raj. But Mi'raj is from the ghaib. So the Prophet ﷺ, yes, he went to Musa. However, the Prophet went to Musa literally in a way of rape that we don't know. And he literally encountered Musa. And the Prophet literally talking to Musa. The Prophet didn't sit in Medina and raise his hand like a mushrik in Karbala. Let's say a mushrik who worships Zuljan.
I'm not going to carry on listening to you spewing your rubbish, because all you're doing is you're having a little slide.
You see, I'm just giving examples. Ali, you know, Ali, you're being childish, I'm just giving examples. Listen, Ali, you call me Mujassim and I don't whine like a little girl. Why are you whining like a little girl? I don't whine. You can call me Mujassim in every sentence. You can use Mujassim like a punctuation. I don't mind. So you shouldn't mind as well. I'm just giving examples to clarify it.
I was looking forward to your question to him, Hassan. subhanAllah.
Let me...
Go on.
Yeah, brothers and sisters, What he has committed, he's an absolute jahil. You saw, brothers and sisters, and I'm not saying it out of arrogance. He doesn't know nothing. He doesn't know basics. He doesn't know what tawqifiyah is in matters of worship. He says to Asma wa Sifat, Isma wa Sifat. He's a miskin. And then he asks, why would you debate the miskin? I tell you why. Frankly, I'm not ashamed. I tell you why. Because the big fish, your big ones, like Naqshbandi, because they're scared. And beggars are not choosers, the English say, isn't it? It's a very beautiful proverb. Beggars are not choosers. So I've called out so many of the big ones. So although this guy is really below my level, but I don't mind. What shall I do? The others are scared. But anyway, to finish my point, the very important point, what he has committed is he committed a qiyas mal fariq. A qiyas mal fariq, brothers and sisters, is a fallacious qiyas, a fallacious analogy. He compared a matter of rape where a prophet literally went to the heavens and met another prophet, right? And literally talked to the other prophet with the mother of all shirk, which is to raise and do madad madad, help me, madad madad, Saint X, Saint Y, Mary, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, Gilani. I hope, and I'm pretty sure that most of you are intelligent enough and your fitra is sound enough to know that this is a ridiculous, a very pathetic attempt to justify the shirk of the Rafidah, which is that they raise their hands and they beseech the imams exactly like Catholics beseech the saints and Mary. They say, Ya Mary Madad, these lot say, Ya Fatima Madad. They say, Ya Ali Madad, these lot say, they say, Ya Jesus Madad, and these lot say, Ya Ali Madad. So you see his comparison, he clutched at straws, the miskin. You know, prophets are alive, and then he thought that I believe that you can beseech other than Allah as long as it's alive, the entity. No. If you sit right now in London and raise your hands, and some brothers and sisters here who are right now in the United States, if I sit down now and raise my hands and say to someone, oh yeah, Johnny, mother, Johnny, give me rizq, help me, that's still shirk. That's still shirk. I'm invoking in a ritual sense other than Allah, in dua. It doesn't matter if that entity is alive or not. But this is the misconception that many Quburis have, because they're juhal, they're jahilin. But again, you know, I was ready. You see, and then his last excuse was that no, he can't have a civil discussion with me because I call him a mushrik. By the way, we have evidence that this individual literally believes that Pakistan was created by a horse. I'm not joking. He's a Malang Shia. Those Pakistani Sunnis who are in the group, Malang Shias are those, they have extreme beliefs when it comes to the horse. So I call him a mushrik, and he calls me Mujassim. And the miskin didn't even know that Mujassim equates mushrik, even according to 12ism. So anyway, brothers and sisters, I asked you, not in the way of dua, which is shirk, I asked you in the normal way where we encounter each other as in speech. You are my witness today that it is perfectly possible to have a civil and calm discussion with Ibn Hussein Hassan Shimrani. So now, whether you are a 12er, my brother and sister, or you're a Sunni, or you're a Christian, or you're a Jew, or you're an atheist, whatever, no matter how much you dislike me or like me, one thing you can't surely say, that this person has foam around his mouth and he's insulting the whole time and you can't have a discussion with him. That's simply not true. So what is the issue then, my brothers and sisters and my friends and listeners? Well, we all know what the issue is. And I say it without bila kibr, the issue is they are scared. They don't want to debate these issues. They don't want to debate these issues. They want to debate about this and that. They don't want to debate the crux of the matter. Imama. You see how much, by the way, sorry to prolong it, one last thing I say, have you everybody realized that I didn't even got the chance to ask him one question?
I was going to tell you, I was looking forward to that question. He asked
have you realized?
He left.
So, and you answered them.
So 1 second, Hassan, by the way, we have some Shia raising their hand, about 4 or 5 of them.